And so Zach can go back. He can play a little defense. He can step up if he needs to. And the rest of the Jackalopes know, all right, if Zach steps up, I'm coming back. He's not a forward anymore. He's a defenseman. So we still need to make sure that we have two defensemen, that I'm not leaving his partner out to dry, whoever it may be, for that shift. We're getting ready for this face-off, and finally we get to see more Jackalopes hockey. Poindexter wins it, finds McKellar. McKellar turns it over, and then Mather tosses it right back to the Jackalope, Zach Herman. Waits behind his own net. Jordan Fader runs into Brian McKellar. And off to the near side now, using some speed. Poindexter, far boards. He finds Fronte, across the blue line. Shot, a little bit wide. Poindexter steps up on it, bobbles it, and has to toss it back in. Fader kicks it back onto his stick. Giovanni Carabelli tosses it back in, going the other way now for Shreveport. Zach Herman gets to it, turns it to the forehand. He has Fronte sprinting a little bit. Instead, he's going to take it all himself. Fronte the pick, Herman off the boards to himself. Looking to the far side for McKellar. Durgan trying to get it. Fronte, point blank, save from Roberts now. The one-timer, Fronte tried to come off to the near board, or to the near post, and John Roberts just tall enough on the legs to be able to stop it. Peyton Fronte looking for his first goal in quite some time. Has 2 goals since coming over to the Jackalopes. He was the leading scorer in Topeka while he was there. Just about a point per game. Poindexter gets it. He has to wind it back around after he missed it the first time. Procopio and Maya collide. Back out to Melton, high off the board. Stopped by Zach. Zach, he flips it back in before hitting Kieran Durgan. Melton through center ice, trying to keep it as it'll be on sides from Shreveport. Thudium pulls away with it. He gets knocked down and fired around there by Andrew Lane. Stopped from Flackney. Cooper Zach will play the puck. Jace Thudium cherry picking at the opposing blue line. Stenlin and Zach on Cooper's side. Up ahead, stopped by Andrew Lane. Thudium trying to yank it out, not able to. Janich loses it now. Back to Cooper Zach off the boards, and it'll be Bastian Maya. He finds Chase Thudium. Thudium to Stenlin with some speed. He has a chance. Pulls his head up and loses the puck in the process. Did exactly what he needed to do. Stick wasn't quite at the angle he wanted it to pull it in. As we've seen him do so many times, he pulls it in and then fires one. Cooper now floats one on net that Roberts is able to save pretty easily. Stenlin had a great opportunity coming right in front of the net, and unfortunately just not able to keep the puck on his stick and lost it as he made one little stick handle. Mudbugs win the face-off. They fire it back down. They will wave off the icing, saying that Hausinger could have had it. Savadant out there with Christian Hausinger off of homers, high into the air, glove down by Kawamura. He loses it. Geisber's retreats, goes D-to-D with Evingston. At the Mudbugs bench, tossed right back in by Shreveport. Flackney and Hausinger, miscommunication. Luckily there to help out is Savadant. Heinz stick handles past homers along the near boards. Has to chip it in instead of finding any of his own guys. Croy Evingston gets it underneath the Jackalopes bench. Near side, Kawamura and Heinz. Kawamura somehow holds on. Shot. Flackney the save. Rebound down in front. And it'll be Chris Donaldson who clears it out. Another chance. And again, it's going to be Flackney this time able to absorb it and freeze it. Flackney made the first save as it came up high, and he tried to hold it down low, hoping the puck would just stick into his chest and sort of slide down that jersey. Instead, bounced off pretty rough and back out into the face-off circle where the Mudbugs had an extra chance, and then Flackney doing a good job able to freeze that second one. Thudium for the face-off now as that puck goes on net off the face-off, and the Jacks are able to recover. Herman and Cooper out there right now. Thudium, Piotrowski, and Wonder as Thudium is filling in for Zek here. Thudium, spinorama. Carabelli wasn't falling for it. Herman gets it right back for Odessa, however. And now to the near side, it's going to be Wonder across the blue line. Back for Thudium, centering pass as Herman gets taken down in front of the net. Shot from Wonder, save from Roberts. And it was a good chance there from Levi Wonder, firing it off, hoping to get it past. And unfortunately, just Roberts in the right position. That's where you have to figure out. You can't go right into the chest. Do you want to go high? Do you want to go low and try to hit the 5-hole? As Thudium goes for the face-off again. This time it'll be the Mudbugs who win it. Back out to center ice. Zach Herman gets down onto a knee, holds it in. Mudbugs bobbling the puck and off to the far side. Now they toss it in. Thudium takes it away. He goes up the ice for Wonder. A little bit of a miss pass, though. Goes back to Shreveport. Onside now. Lumbers down in front. Roberts dives after it, and he will cover it up as Cooper Zek tried to get to the puck first. Puck just a little bit too fast on that ice, coming on to Roberts. Roberts getting the time to get out there. Face off back down on the left wing circle. Who's going to be out there? It looks like Fronte and McKellar on the wings. Poindexter will be your centerman. Hausinger and Zach. Zek, your defenseman. Hausinger gets it. He has to throw it back around. Evingston gets to it, and he gives a little touch pass back. Mudbugs go the other way. Zohovs, Janich, as it's an offsides on Shreveport, as Christian Hausinger was able to push it back out onto the left leg of Janich. That was in the neutral zone. The rest of Janich in the offensive zone. And that is where the offsides came, so it'll be back in the neutral zone for the faceoff. Down here in front of the penalty box for Shreveport, Poindexter and Camp Cook will be in for it. Zohovs on the right wing now, a little bit different, as this line has two lefties out there. Jacks win it. Hausinger has it. He wants to go D-to-D with Zach. Zach, he does. Before Zach retreats, lets things settle down. Under 16 minutes left in the second period. It was a longer intermission because we had to fix the glass here on the east side of the arena. As it's played by the Mudbugs, no icing. Hip check coming in on the near side from Fronte. Geisbergs hold on to Evingston now. Evingston plays it around his own net as a pick, and he's going to try and use some speed. Gives it up to Zohovs. Touched in. Trying to clear it back out. Zek is able to. He finds Fronte one-on-one with Geisberg. Shot. Stick save from Roberts. Off into the near corner it comes. Mudbugs take it right back. Maya tries to hold it in. Instead, high off the board. Zohovs down. Offensive zone. They have the numbers. Stick check there from Hausinger, and now it's a 3-on-2 rush the other way for Odessa. Hausinger back to Stenlin. Mishandles it. Is the big man Ludwig Stenlin. Counter-attack there. Knocked down is Cam Cook. And Stenlin once again loses it. 15 minutes now remain in the period. As it'll go all the way down, it'll be an icing, so a stop in play is the call, I believe. Back down, right face-off circle. It's off to that glove side of John Roberts. Most goaltenders catch the same way. That catcher in the left hand as there's a shot from Odessa, save from Roberts, as there was a bunch of traffic down in front. Thudium now tries to turn to the forehand. One chimer, and it's in. Ludwig Stenlin, the goal, the bow, and the arrow. The celebration coming from the big man Stenlin as he ties the game up. What a goal and what a celebration from the big Swede who played in the top prospects. And talking with Gatto, and Stenlin got better throughout the prospects tournament. Didn't start hot, but he came back and trying to continue it here in Odessa, as that was a good job by the Jackalopes. Just fire him on net. Thudium finally able to find Stenlin, and Stenlin just takes the one-timer to find the goal and beat John Roberts on the far side. As that's the first time really that Roberts has seen that sort of a slap shot coming from Stenlin. It's been a while since we've really seen Stenlin take it, and the last time he did was that overtime period against the Mudbugs on that Friday night game where Lubesmeyer took one right into the chest and was sort of shocked, may have honestly had the wind knocked out of him on that shot from Stenlin. And, you know, Roberts, I'm sure, heard horror stories after that game, and this one here today, not able to beat it. Now he's able to go back and tell Lubesmeyer his own horror story. So face-off will come back out. 14:52 remaining in the period as the Jackalopes have just tied it up at 1-1. And it was actually poked away from Thudium by the Mudbugs right onto the stick of Stenlin, and Stenlin able to fire one off. As we talked about it, Thudium's a very good player, a very good stick handler. Every once in a while tries to make the play, and sometimes you just have to simplify it, make the easy play, figure it out. And well, Shreveport really helped with that one, making the easy play for him as he pushed the puck onto Stenlin. Mudbugs won the face-off after the goal. They're going to move it the other way, tossing it right back in. And off to the near side, Zach Heinz gets to it. Herman and Thudium on the assist. Heinz takes it over, back to the Mudbugs, trying to clear it out. He's able to find Connor Wood. Wood goes to Herman now. Across the blue line, Herman down in front for Hines. He gets tied up, dragged down to the ice by two different Mudbugs. And then at the blue line, Donaldson tries to hold it in. It'll be offsides. And actually it isn't. Donaldson able to hold it in. Now it's going to come right back out. Connor Wood gets on the puck. Hit from behind a couple times. Tries to chip it to the near side for Hines. Has to retreat. Finds Zach Herman, his roommate actually, here in Odessa. Savadant and Herman, D to D, back and forth they go across the red line now. Into the offensive zone. Herman with some speed, trying a little bit of a wraparound. Has some defenders on him, not able to get it. Pass to the near side, loses it for a second. Pass back down to Hines. And Heinz will lose it. Mudbugs take it over. It'll be Kieran Durgan. Tosses one. Flackney just to the side of the net. He's going to glove it as he gets a little bit too close to Kieran Durgan. Flackney was where he was. Durgan comes in. The two of them bump, it looks like, gloves a little bit, as Durgan cut that one off pretty tightly. Tie game after the goal here in the period by Ludwig Stenlin, assisted by Chase Thudium and Zach Herman. Up ahead now for Piotrowski. He goes to the near side for Stenlin. Fighting in. Stenlin gets tied up. Roberts pushes it off. It was a little bit wide anyways. And now on the near side, Fedulov to Durgan. Durgan gets tied up with Cooper. Zach Cooper takes him down in front. John Flackney makes the save as Durgan's stick gets a little bit close in there. Fedulov was tied up and off from the puck. Back down now. It'll be a defensive faceoff for Odessa. Remember, they're playing a couple of defensemen down as Nick Wilson got the ejection. There's actually Nick Wilson, the game misconduct. He will be out tomorrow night as well, so we'll get to see one of those two defensemen who isn't playing here today, either Rune Kirby or Connor Stewart. Stewart's been playing the forward position for Odessa a lot more recently with some of these forward injuries, as Rowan Savadant knocks Jackie Janich to the ice with just over 13 left. Shot there, a little bit wide of the net, trying to clear it out as Odessa able to do so. Rowan Savadant almost losing it between Ryan McKellar and Peyton Fronte. They had a chance now on the near side. Cam Cook stops. He beats Savadant down in front. Save from Flackney, and it goes off into the corner. It'll be a stop in play, and I believe a penalty now on Odessa. 2 minutes for slashing will be the call, as I believe that's Eric Zohovs who lost his stick behind the play. So Jackalopes back to the penalty kills. Ryan McKellar will head off and into the penalty box. So Jacks on the penalty kill again. They've been pretty good here on the season as Croy Evanston takes it over, losing it to Zach. And Zach playing it just a little bit too hard. Skating down was Karabetsos. Looked like he wanted to call an icing and waved it off at the last moment, telling everybody it was okay. Cooper hits the ice. He blows a tire. Into the offensive zone now. Steven Mather near side. Jakobsons. He takes a shot. Blocked by the Jackalopes. Zach with it again. Frankie Melton now on the near side. He passes it down below. Durgan to Melton. They go back and forth. Melton will wait. He tries to toss it out to the point. Messes up, and it works out in his favor. On the divider between the board and the glass. At the point, Evanston stops. He takes a shot. Flackney the save. Kicked off into the far corner. Hines trying to come away with it. The only Jackalope in the vicinity. Almost able to do so, but Steven Mather gets to it. Evanston winding up. He takes one well wide of the net as he just kept backing up on himself. Melton with it now down below, looking for the shot, and they beat Flackney. The second power play of the game for the Mudbugs results in a goal, as it was just one-on-one between, I believe that's Kieran Durgan and John Flackney. And Durgan comes away with the goal.